Hello everybody. First off, I want to apologize for my lack of uploads or lives. I don't have any excuse for it. I've basically been just busy, I guess, with life and stuff. But yeah, today's video, I am going to talk about what it means to be a Therian for me and how I feel when I shift. And I'm going to also talk about how I'm also a furry, which is a separate thing. But yeah, let's get into it. So I first discovered that I was a Therian probably last year, like in the middle of the year. I am horrible with remembering dates and stuff, so I apologize. But I discovered what a Therian was through my cousin. Some of you might know her. She has a channel named Beanie. But yeah, she told me about him, and at first I thought I was just a furry. I didn't think I was a Therian at first, but then I learned more about it and looked back in my childhood and how I used to pretend I had wings a lot, and how I would really get into, I guess, the character of an animal, and I would constantly wish that I would turn into a rabbit or a deer. I'd pray. I'd be like, please turn me into a rabbit when I wake up, or and that's pretty normal for me since I'm a pretty weird person. If you hear any noises, it's my cat, sorry. But yeah, when I was younger, I used to pretend with my brother a lot, my younger brother. I'd be like, let's play dragons, and we'd pretend to be different types of animals. It wouldn't have to be dragons. But yeah, that's how I guess express myself. It really helped escape. I mean, what kid doesn't do that? But the fact that it kept continuing through when I was a teenager, or when I was a young adult and stuff, which I still am a young adult, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that urge to act out my, I guess, animal urges, but now I know they're called shifts, the urge to shift, or and I can control when I shift, and it's not like it takes over my body. Usually I just have the urge to shift, and if I'm in a comfortable, I don't know, position or place, I'll either just mentally shift and be an owl, maybe in the car, do this. I really like doing that. One of my stereotypes is a barn owl, sorry. But yeah, and then another big thing that I like to shift as is a raptor. Oh, my cat got the zoomies. Hey. Sorry. But yeah, I love to walk around like a raptor whenever I have the chance. In the middle of the night, I walk around as a raptor and hope nobody wakes up. But they wouldn't be surprised. They know me. They know how weird I can be. And I'm not worried about if they judge me. I've been judged many times in my life, and I'm not as affected by it anymore. But yeah, I'm not scared to express myself like that. Because you only live once, and it makes me feel happy, so why not, right? And I'm not hurting anybody, obviously. And the only times I do it in public is when it's appropriate. I would never do this at a funeral or at school. Anywhere where it's a very, I guess, professional. I didn't do this. When I was in school, I didn't do this in school. And there I would actually be at risk of like getting physically hurt by people. And I'm not judging anybody who does do it at school. I just recommend being as safe as possible. In public, there's always a risk that you could get hurt physically or emotionally, and I just want to let that risk be known. Face cut. The Zoomies, she's right there. But yeah, I recommend being as safe as possible, especially since there's a lot of children in the Therian community. And I just don't want anybody to get hurt. That's my biggest fear. Like, I don't know if she wants to tell me, wants me to tell you guys, but, Beanie, she got hit in the chest with a dodgeball thing, at a Sky Zone once because she was wearing a tail. And it was by older kids, like teenagers, probably 17-year-olds. And that really pissed me off when I heard it because I wasn't there to protect her. And I wish I had been. It's not like I would have, beaten the kids up. That's not something I would do. But I feel like if I was just present, if I was just there, it would be a deterrent because I am older, I am bigger, and I just try to be as safe. And I'm not saying that if you go out in public and wear a tail that you deserve to be hit or, that's just crazy thinking if you think that just because you're wearing a tail that the person should, get hurt. That is not okay to think at all. I got sidetracked. I got so sidetracked. But yeah, I'm just talking. I don't have a script or anything. What was that? Okay. When I shift, I feel very free, and it's very much a mental shift. I can get out of it anytime I want. And I am always in full control. It is really a form of escapism for me, and it really helps me feel more connected to myself and this world, I guess. And I've battled depression and stuff, and the shifting helps a lot. And another huge thing is my furry part of me. I don't know why I worded it like that, but I really enjoy wearing my raptor fursuit head out in public and at pumpkin patches or conventions, places where it's appropriate, or just at a park, places where it's not disrespectful. But I love interacting with people, and I love taking pictures with people. And I'm an introvert, so that's a huge thing for me. It's my social outlet, kind of. And that's separate from me shifting, but it can kind of feel the same. It depends, because the furry part, it's more of me playing a character. But it's similar to what it feels like when I shift, but it's different, it's hard to explain, but, they are separate, very separate. I identify closer to probably my furry side, but I am a Therian. I'm just saying I interact more with the furry community, very accepting and stuff, but yeah, it's very helpful for just me in general. with socializing, with mental health, with creativeness, and just all of the above, I guess. And it does help a lot with, like, my confidence and stuff. Like, when I was younger, I wasn't able to order my own food at, like, the restaurant or something. Or, yeah, and I have big fear of going out alone and stuff, and I still have not had the confidence to do that, honestly. But yeah, it's just a huge fear of mine. But we're not going to talk about that. That's not related. But yeah, I am a Therian, furry. I'm both. I used to think I was just a furry, but I found out I was a Therian as well. It made a lot of sense. But yeah, that's how I got into the Therian community, is how I found out I was a Therian. And then it just went up from there. And I'm very happy now. And I'm glad I found the Therian community, and I'm glad I found out I was a Therian. Not everybody has the chance to express themselves in that type of way and find out and stuff. And I'm a huge thing on self-expression. I hate to see when people aren't able to express themselves. Makes me really sad, actually. And I'm so glad there's many communities where you can do that now. Like, I'm glad I wasn't born, like, way before, like, when gay people used to be, like, when they hated gay people and stuff. I'm glad I wasn't born in that era. Glad I wasn't raised to hate people like that. 'Cause a huge thing with furry haters and, like, racists and, like, misogynists and sexists are that they were raised to think that way. Like, huge example is my father. He's a, let's just say, a trumpet supporter. And he's racist, and he does not like the woke mob or whatever. He still loves me and stuff, but he does not accept my new identity as much as I would hope, because I am a trans man, and I go by he, him pronouns. And I changed my name from my dead name to Caden. And yeah, okay. I gotta stop talking. Now I'm gonna switch over to a whole nother topic that's not even related to furries or Therians, so probably should just end the video here. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did talk about some bad things, but it's very important for people to know them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this type of video. I never make videos like this. And let me know if you want more style of content like this. Sorry, I'm not used to talking to a camera. But thank you for being here. Subscribe and like if you want. And goodbye. Thank you.